Welcome back, guys. It's just a quick reminder is all this is. End of October, the last week. I just want you to do something or listen to me a little bit, a little tip anyway. There is a form of hunting right now. It's got to be one of the simplest hunts that you could ever involve yourself with right now. Here in northern Wisconsin, this week before Halloween, they are starting to scrape. Now, I spent the whole morning. We had a little snow flurries yesterday. And then last night, very cold. So that stimulated everything. And what I want you to do, if you can, if you have the time, and this may sound redundant, you hear this thousands of times, just put the cameras, everything away, and just put your boots on the ground and find a scrape line. Because they are so hot I don't know how your states are, but here in certain areas, when they come out, they're hot and they're fresh. I walked and walked this morning, and I didn't care about all my other stands or whatever it may be, and I found a scrape line. Okay, and it was so fresh from last night, not a leaf, nothing, just smoking hot. Now, what I want you to do, get on that scrape line, if it is a scrape line, not just arbitrarily a scrape somewhere, but see if he has one. We got to keep walking and trust your instincts that he does have a scrape line continuing from where he started. Now, I backtracked almost 80 acres, and he had 6 different scrapes, but with varied amount of distance between each one, but he had it. He had it going. Sometimes you get off track, but then all of a sudden, there it was again. Nice scrapes. And you want to do is follow that last scrape, and same with what I did this morning. I went down to where he enters out of a swamp. And there is a scrape under a pine tree, something like these. And there it was, overhanging branch and a big, beautiful, fresh scrape. Now, how can you pass that up? When he goes up into the highlands and gets out on open lanes, he starts scraping then more and more and more. And you see this every year. And you know in your area when it's time. And when it's time like this, I have done this for I don't know how many years. The last week, right before Halloween, I get out there, I forget everything, no cameras, no nothing, and just look for these scrape lines. And believe me, they have worked for me for several years. And they're there again. Now, this is a Friday. So Sunday, I will be out there. I'm going to try it. And I'm going to stay with him because he will be with this for a period of time. But he's just starting to do it right now. And that has been a fantastic system over Halloween. I can't tell you how many times. But that works here. It's a reminder, guys. If you have the time, you know your area. And if you think you got bucks in that area, private land, public, this is thousands of acres, you know yourself, of just public land, but you got to keep going until you find something like that where you think some bucks are working. And when you see them in September, August, sooner or later, they're going to dissipate. They're going to separate themselves from each other, but they're going to start coming back out. Now, we all know that. It's nothing new. The fact is, though, they're going to have their little scrape line. And believe it or not, if they got some does there and they got the food, that's incredibly important, too. Last year, these areas, they're like a ghost town. We didn't have the acorns. I got a few oaks that keep them around, and they're around, obviously. All this is, guys, I want to just point this out that is incredibly important, and it's so simple. If you find a scrape line, hunt it. What do you got to lose? You don't know what the buck is, but so what? Be flexible. You guys got your tree stands, whatever it may be. Just be flexible. If you find that but backtrack to that last scrape. Go all the way back to you. He's got to be coming from somewhere. And as soon as he comes up, he's going to lay a scrape down. But now the only thing I worry about now is still early. They're just starting to do that where I'm at. They have them throughout the month of October. Yeah, fine and dandy. But this is serious. They're fresh and the leaves are dropping, but there's nothing on them. And he's going along. He's setting his pace here. The point is that you have to have patience with these guys. Now, they're going to be just starting this. Now, the trouble is they may be at nighttime. It's very deceiving, but stay with it. Because sooner or later, he's going to be popping out and hitting his scrapes like this. Now, this may go on for a week or so, maybe 2 weeks. I've had some hitting scrapes all the way into about the 13th, 14th, 15th of November. I have one on film here. He was hitting it every 3 hours on the 10th of November. He was hitting it every 3 hours from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. He would come back, check his scrape, and he'd go back out running. Beautiful, beautiful one. And he'd come back out, check his scrape, and come back. So if you have a loyal buck to his scrape area like this, stay with him. Just find a way to sneak out of there at nights so you don't disrupt him. That's the secret, though. But I don't play any games with him. I don't put no licking branch. I don't do nothing like that. He's got a scrape line. He's doing all the work for me. I just found a little where I sit in the ground. Good enough. Just a reminder, guys, if you have the time right now, this is the last week of October here. If you can, just drop everything and just start walking. If where you think bucks are living, hit that scrape, because you got a window of maybe a week or so where he's so devoted to that. He really is, and it's very important. I feel it's important to tell all of you this, because I have a lot of friends that call me, when is it time? When is it time? To me, I don't know how to get it out other than a video like, this is the time. If you want to hunt your scrapes, do it now. But find them. Walk out there, devote everything to yourself, and just walk it until you find one. That's it, guys. That's all I want to tell you. Let's stay tuned and see what we can come up with in the future. See if they come out during the daylight. Obviously, we know in November, they're going to start coming out more and more. Okay? That's all I wanted to say. Good luck to you all. I just want to say that. Good luck to you all, and take care. See ya.